Welcome to the Jessica Papineau Show, Living Aligned, Styled with Purpose, the podcast where transformation begins and your next level life is waiting. I am Jessica Papineau, founder of CSJ Styling, and I believe that when you align how you present yourself with who you truly are, magic happens. Your confidence expands, opportunities open, and you step into the life you were meant to live, not just with style, but with intention and purpose. But here's the truth. Most women don't even realize what's holding them back. They feel stuck, second-guessing themselves, waiting for permission to shine. I've been there. I've seen what happens when women stop playing small and embrace their full potential. That's why I do what I do, because I know that transformation isn't just about clothes. It's about stepping into your power, owning your presence, and feeling completely aligned with the woman you're becoming. And that's exactly what this podcast is here to help you do. Each week, I'll be your guide, sharing insights, strategies, and mindset shifts that unlock the confidence you've been craving. You will hear from powerhouse women who've transformed their lives, practical steps to elevate your presence, and the little-known secrets to showing up fully everywhere you go. Hello, and welcome back to the Jessica Papineau Show, Living Aligned, Styled with Purpose. Today, I want to talk about something that I believe is one of the most important parts of stepping into your next level as a woman, as a leader, as a business owner, and as someone who is called to make impact. And it is this: you cannot fully step into your power if you're still rejecting parts of yourself. Let that sink in. You cannot fully step into your power if you're still rejecting parts of yourself. Because so many high-performing women spend years building success, growing businesses, raising families, serving clients, leading teams, and helping everyone around them. Yet secretly, they're still trying to distance themselves from pieces of their own story. The difficult seasons, the failures, the heartbreaks, the moments when they didn't feel strong, the times they struggled, the parts of themselves they wish never happened. We spend so much time trying to become the next version of ourselves that sometimes we forget to honor the version of ourselves that got us here. And I want to challenge that today. Because the truth is, every version of you matters. Every chapter matters. Every lesson, every scar, every experience has contributed to the woman you are becoming. And when we refuse to claim those parts of ourselves, we're actually withholding someone of our greatest gifts. I see this all the time with women who are building brands, stepping into visibility, speaking on stages, creating businesses, writing books, launching podcasts, and becoming leaders. They want to show up. They want to be seen. They want to make an impact, but they want to do it without acknowledging the hard parts, without talking about the struggles, without owning the seasons that shaped them. They want the polished version, the successful version, the confident version, the accomplished version. But that's not what people connect to. People connect to truth. They connect to humanity. People connect to authenticity. They connect to the woman who has lived through something and came through on the other side with wisdom. And here's what I've learned. The things you're most tempted to hide are often the very things that make your message so powerful. The season that broke your heart, the business that failed, the divorce, the financial struggle, the health challenge, the loss, the setback, the identity crisis, the season when you had no idea who you were. Those moments didn't disqualify you. They prepared you, but only if you're willing to claim them. Because here's what happens when we don't. We create separation. We separate ourselves from our story. We separate ourselves from our lesson. We separate ourselves from our wisdom. And ultimately, we separate ourselves from our own power. I think so many women have been taught that strength looks like pretending everything is fine. Just keep going, push through, work harder, smile, be grateful. Don't complain. Don't let anyone see you struggle. And while resilience is beautiful, there's a difference between resilience and disconnection. There's a difference between moving forward and pretending something didn't affect you. There's a difference between strength and suppression. And so many high-achieving women have become masters at suppression. We suppress emotions. We suppress exhaustion. We suppress grief. We suppress disappointment. We suppress our fear, and we suppress our uncertainty. And then when we wonder why we feel disconnected from ourselves, we wonder why. Because you cannot disconnect from one part of yourself without disconnecting from all of yourself. You don't get to numb the painful parts without also numbing your intuition. You don't get to reject your story without also rejecting some of your wisdom. You don't get to hide your scars without also hiding your strength. The truth is that your life experiences are not separate from your gifts. They are a part of your gifts. Everything you've lived through has taught you something. Everything you've overcome has expanded your capacity. Everything you've survived has deepened your understanding of what it means to be human. And that matters, especially if you're someone who serves others, because people don't need perfection. They need permission, permission to be human, permission to struggle, permission to heal, permission to grow, permission to evolve, permission to not have it all figured out all the time. And when you show up fully, when you stop hiding parts of your story, you give other people permission to do the same. That is leadership. That is service. And that is impact. When a woman steps into her signature styling experience, it's not just her wardrobe that transforms, it's her entire presence. I'm Jessica Papineau, and I've guided high-achieving women to align their style with their vision, helping them show up with unshakable confidence and authenticity. My signature styling experience is a high-touch journey designed to elevate every aspect of your life. Through personalized sessions, we'll curate a wardrobe that reflects the powerful woman you're becoming, ensuring you feel empowered in every room you enter. If you're ready to stop playing small and start showing up as the woman the world can't ignore, book a free styling call with me today at csjstyling.com and take the first step towards becoming the woman you're meant to be. And this is where I want to talk about style for a moment, because people often think that what I do is only about clothes. And yes, I love beautiful clothing. In fact, I have a whole boutique filled with clothing that I sell to my clients. And I love helping these women feel confident. I love helping women create a visual identity that aligns with who they're becoming. But the clothing is never the whole story. The outfit isn't the transformation. The woman inside the outfit is. Because you can have the perfect wardrobe. You can have the perfect brand photos. You can have on the perfect makeup. And you can have the perfect website and social media presence. But if there's a disconnect between who you are and who you are presenting to the world, people feel it. They may not know what they're feeling, but they feel it because embodiment isn't just about wearing the clothes. Embodiment is about becoming congruent. It's about alignment. It's about your external presence matching your internal truth. It's about claiming your gifts, claiming your voice, claiming your story, claiming your wisdom, claiming your experiences, claiming your leadership, claiming your desires, and claiming every single part of yourself. And then allowing your style to become an extension of that, not a mask, not a costume, not a performance, an extension, a reflection, an amplification. That's what true embodiment is. It's when your presence says the same thing your soul is saying. It's when your clothing supports your message instead of hiding it. It's when your external identity and your internal identity finally become one. And I think that's what so many women are actually craving. Not just better clothes, not just a better strategy, not just a certification, not just another course. Those things matter, and they absolutely support your growth. But what so many women are truly craving is integration. They're craving wholeness. They're craving permission to stop performing and start being. Because the most magnetic women in the room are rarely the most perfect women. She is the most authentic. She is the woman who owns who she is. She is the woman who isn't apologizing for her story. She's the woman who isn't shrinking her gifts. She's the woman who isn't hiding her brilliance. She's the woman who understands that every season of her life contributed to the wisdom she carries today. So if you're listening to this and you've been resisting parts of your story, you've been minimizing your experiences, if you've been pretending certain chapters didn't matter, if you've been waiting until you feel more polished, more healed, more ready, more perfect before you fully show up, I want to encourage you today. Claim it all. Claim the hard parts. Claim the beautiful parts. Claim the mistakes. Claim the lessons. Claim the victories. Claim the scars. Claim the wisdom. Claim the woman you were. Claim the woman you are. Claim the woman that you're becoming. Because every single version of you has played a role in the woman who is here today. And until you can embrace all of her, you will never fully experience all of your power. The world doesn't need a perfected version of you. It needs the integrated version of you, the whole version, the embodied version, the fully expressed version, the woman who finally stopped hiding, the woman who finally stopped performing, the woman who finally decided that every part of her story was worthy of being seen. And that's where your power lives. And that's where your next level begins. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And if this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to share it with another woman who needs the reminder that she doesn't have to hide any part of herself to be worthy, powerful, or successful. Make sure you follow the show, leave a review, and share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep showing up, keep expanding, and keep becoming the woman you were always meant to be. I hope today's episode sparked something in you, a shift, a realization, or even just the permission to step more boldly into the life you're meant to live. If you loved what you heard, don't forget to hit the subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling inspired, I'd love for you to leave a review. It is the best way to help more women just like you discover this show and start their own transformation. Want to dive even deeper? Connect with me. You can find me on Instagram at @thejessicapapano or head to csjstyling.com to explore how we can work together to align your style, confidence, and the vision you have for your life. Thank you for being here, for showing up and investing in yourself. Until next time, remember, you are worthy, you are powerful, and when everything about you is in alignment with your vision, you become unstoppable.